What's up, guys? So, Fuller with another video. Shout outs to the whole LGBTC. Man, I was going to do an Adrien Broner Pacquiao reaction video to the fight, but I just decided that I wanted to think long and hard about what I was going to say about this fight, man. Now, with Adrien Broner, man, he's his own worst enemy, man. If you see that something is working, keep on doing it and multiply it. Multiply the times you do it, man. So here's the thing. At the beginning of the fight, in the first couple of rounds of the fight, Adrien Broner was trying to employ a tactic that he was going to fight on the back foot, that he was going to stay out of the way of damage, that he was not going to engage, that he was not going to take any risks. And he counterpunched. And mind you, I'm not going to lie, Manny was giving him a lot to work with, because Manny was kind of swinging with his head down, man. Manny, what he wanted to do, he was trying to put those combinations together, basically, and overwhelm him with combinations. While Manny was doing that, that was the perfect opportunity for Broner to let his hands go, because he pops a little bit harder than Manny. Why not give him something to think about times 2 or 3? He just didn't do that. That's the whole thing. If he would have did that, then I think he would have had a better chance of, actually convincing these judges that, hey, I'm the man. I'm the dude who did that. I'm the dude who beat a Manny Pacquiao, who wanted this work. That was the problem. He was just on his, and then in the middle of, at the end of the fight, in the middle and the end of the fight, it was he just didn't want to throw punches, man. It was just he was in survival mode for that part of the fight. At the beginning of the fight, I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's got something going right now with the counter punching. And the thing is, he didn't use the jab a lot. What he would do is he would use that pawing jab, that range finding jab, but he wouldn't put nothing on that jab. That's the whole problem. There was nothing on the jab. So, you can't win a fight like that, man. You really can't. At this point, man, I think, this is just my personal opinion about him. I think Adrien Broner is more in love with the residuals that come with boxing, actually, than boxing itself. I don't think he loves the sport, man. Because if you love the sport, you're going to put your all in the sport. And he doesn't really do that. He likes the fact that, because of these prize fights, that it keeps him nice. He can buy cars, he can buy jewelry and these things, man. But at this point, I don't really think he cares about winning. I really just think it's more of a paycheck for him, and that he goes in there and just tries to survive. That's just basically what I think. It's hard for me to really buy that this guy wants to win, man. The other thing too on the fight is, I think it was the 10th through 12th round. He was on his bicycle too much. It's when all you're doing is trying to evade punches and you're not throwing any punches, then it's not going to work for you. It's really not going to work. You have to really engage, man. I don't think that's a risk he was willing to take with Manny Pacquiao, because because like Manny Pacquiao, I think hit him with an overhead shot, and it really kind of rocked him back. But Adrien Broner do gotta, I will say, Adrien Broner do have a chin on him. You know, the problem is like with Manny Pacquiao, he was pressing the action. He was the one who, you know, you should have just been pot shotting at, but in combinations though. Like, you can't just throw one pot shot and expect that to be enough, man. You gotta throw a lot of them. You know, let those pots, let him, because men, like, honestly, in that fight, man, Manny Pacquiao was lunging in, trying to get him with some big stuff. Like, I'm dead serious. He just was lunging, actually. The thing is Adrien Broner, man, he should have just, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, why does this dude, like, follow up a counter with something else? Like, I mean, the thing is, for me, is I'm looking at Adrien Broner, and I'm looking at the physical advantages. I mean, he's just naturally a bigger dude than Manny Pacquiao, man. And he just didn't want to use that. I mean, with that size, with his size, if he really wanted to win, he could actually bully Manny Pacquiao. I mean, but me personally, I just don't think he has it in him, man. I really don't. I just don't think there's that desire to really go for the gold, man. I mean, the one thing I can say is that the reason why he's still an in-demand prize fighter, you know, he's still like in demand, you know, is the fact that, you know, he's entertaining. His words are outrageous, and people like that, man. In this day and age, controversy sells. That's what people like, and so that's why he stays relevant. But honestly, I really think that dude is more at peace and more at fun when he's like hanging out around guys like Rick Ross, hanging around guys like these different type of rappers like Young Dirk, Lil Durk, you know. When he's doing that, that's when I think he's in his element. That's when he feels like he's the best, you know. But I really don't think he has the work ethic needed to be one of these top dogs, especially at 147, man. This division is stacked. This division is very, very much stacked, man. Like, he would get washed like if it came to like a Keith Thurman, even a Danny Garcia, even a Showtime Sean Porter, like, he would get washed by these guys, man. I'm not gonna even put Errol Spence in the mix, because I mean, Errol Spence would stretch him, you know. I just don't think it's in there for this guy, man. I really don't. I don't think he really wants the work, man. Because like if you're really serious about this game, you gotta be disciplined. You have to be focused. You have to stay in shape. You shouldn't have to be like trimming and cutting weight. Like, your body should already be ready. Like me, I have no problems cutting weight. Usually I walk around at the weight I fight at. Like, I walk around at 147. Like, or if I decide I want to campaign for super welterweight, 154 is no problem. I always walk around at 147 to 160. Like, I never am going to balloon past that. It's not a problem, you know, because you have to take care of your body. Your body is your money maker, literally. Your body is your money maker. And if that money maker ain't on par, then how do you expect to really win? You know? From that fight, you know. He needed even more variety of punches and throwing, you know. Like, and one thing I want to say about Adrien Broner is he tries to incorporate things that Floyd Mayweather does. You know, the Philly shell, shoulder roll, and just defense like that and whatnot. The thing is about Floyd is he polished it to a point where it was second nature. Like, when he did it, it's like he didn't have to try to do it. Like, it was just something that came natural to him. You know, he didn't have to, repetition was so much of the Philly shell and the shoulder roll that it was second nature, and he just could incorporate it anytime in fights. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but it's not second nature with Broner, man. Like, that guy, I mean, it looked like he tried too hard to do it, you know? And I mean, one thing about Floyd, too, this is the one thing about Floyd. His footwork is way better than Adrien Broner, so it made those moves easier to do. You know, Adrien Broner's footwork is not up there to do these things, man. And then again, this comes from work ethic. You know, your trainer can only do so much, you know. You have to want it yourself. You know, your trainer is just there to guide you, give you the know-how. But it's up to you to execute, man. And so I don't think Broner executes. You know, that's the thing. You know, I just don't think so, man. I mean, that's pretty much all I got for now, man. This is pretty much my reaction video to the fight. You know, again, like, if Adrien Broner wants to be a champion, that dude has to really focus in on what he's doing, man. But it just doesn't seem like he does that. It seems like he's more in tune with what goes on outside of the ring than what goes on inside of the ring. And guess what? If what goes on inside of the ring is good and you're getting good results, then what goes on outside of the ring, it becomes easier, man. Because the more you win, the more money you're going to get. You know? But yeah, he needs to just stay disciplined and stay focused, man. But he just doesn't do it. I mean, if he eat, sleep, and lived in the gym, then please, he would be with the top guys, you know. But he doesn't do that. That's all I got for now, guys, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know what do you think's next for him. Let me know if you think he's going to still get these chances. And one thing I also want to say too, man, and this is no disrespect to him, but he needs to be psychologically evaluated, man. Seriously, they need to figure out what the issue is. They need to evaluate this guy to make sure everything is okay, man. Because I mean, if you're going into a fight just to simply survive the fight, then you know, no good. But as I said, man, you know, he was effective in the first part of the fight because he was catching Manny when he came in, but he needed to do it more. And he needed to not just counterpunch, he needed to press the gas more, and once he caught him, follow that up with some more stuff, man. Don't be gun shy. Follow that up. Yes, we know Manny Pacquiao throws barrages of punches, but if you can figure out the way through them and land some big stuff of your own, then yeah, that's what you have to do. But that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. This is Fuga Sports. I'm signing out. Njaro.